the committee with primary oversight of the Department of Justice and the FBI, I have always supported the department and the FBI in performing their valuable missions to keep our nation safe and to hold individuals accountable for criminal conduct. Yet, I and many on this committee now find ourselves in the very difficult position of questioning the actions of both prior and current department and FBI leadership. You have a unique role at the Department of Justice in that you appointed Special Counsel Mueller and have a supervisory role over his investigation. It is therefore very appropriate for you to appear before this committee to answer questions related to the scope of the Special Counsel's investigation, as well as its current efficacy in light of various events calling into question its impartiality. Reports on the political predisposition and potential bias of certain career agents and department lawyers on Special Counsel Mueller's team are deeply troubling to all citizens who expect a system of blind and equal justice. The Department of Justice investigations must not be tainted by individuals imposing their own political prejudices. We are now beginning to better understand the magnitude of this insider bias on Mr. Mueller's team. First, we have FBI agent Peter Strzok and FBI lawyer Lisa Page exchanging communications showing extreme bias against President Trump, a fact that would be bad enough if it weren't for the fact that these two individuals were employed as part of the Mueller Dream Team investigating the very person for whom they were showing disdain. And calling it mere disdain is generous. According to the documents produced last night to this committee, Mr. Strzok and Ms. Page referred to the president as an utter idiot, a loathsome human, and awful, while continually praising Hillary Clinton and the Obamas. These text messages prove what we all suspected. High-ranking FBI officials involved in the Clinton investigation were personally invested in the outcome of the election and clearly let their strong political opinions cloud their professional judgment. And this was only an initial disclosure containing heavy redactions. Second, former embattled FBI General Counsel and current Mueller prosecutor Andrew Weissman expressed his awe of a former DOJ official for shunning the president and failing to faithfully execute the law. However, we are the ones now in awe that someone like Mr. Weissman remains on an investigative team that looks more and more partisan. Third, we have learned that a top Mueller prosecutor, Jeannie Rhee, in addition to the other actions that would normally justify recusal, served as an attorney for the Clinton Foundation. Aren't Department of Justice attorneys advised to avoid even the appearance of impropriety? A former Clinton employee is now investigating President Trump. This seems to be the very definition of appearance of impropriety. Fourth, we have just recently learned that another top Department of Justice official, Bruce Orr, has been reassigned because of his wife and his connections with the infamous dossier and the company from whom the opposition research document originated. We hope to hear your assessment of the foregoing conflicts, whether individuals are being held accountable, and whether you still have confidence in the judgment of the special counsel you named and supervise. Regarding the Clinton email scandal, you, along with Attorney General Sessions, have to date declined to appoint a second special counsel to investigate the improprieties that continue to surface related to the handling of the Clinton email investigation and other events surrounding the 2016 election. These are some of the important issues on which we will focus our energy and questions today. We want to understand your participation and the department's involvement in addressing both investigations. Mr. Deputy Attorney General, the Department of Justice's reputation as an impartial arbiter of justice has been called into question. This taint of politicization should concern all Americans who have pride in the fairness of our nation's justice system. While we continue to call on you to appoint a second special counsel, as you are aware, we have also opened our own joint investigation with the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee to review FBI and the Department of Justice's handling of the Clinton email investigation. I want to thank you and Attorney General Sessions for recently committing to provide us relevant documents to enable robust congressional oversight of this matter. I implore you to continue to work with us on these and other important matters facing our nation. One of these matters involves a critical program for our national security, FISA Section 702. This committee passed, on an overwhelming bipartisan basis, the USA Liberty Act, which maintains the integrity of the program while protecting cherished civil liberties. This overwhelming vote occurred despite the department's lobbying efforts against our bill. The USA Liberty Act was characterized as bad for the program, highly problematic, unworkable, and a proposal that would effectively dismantle Section 702. However, the reality is that this committee's legislation struck a balance that promotes national security and civil liberties. I hope to hear from you why the Department of Justice felt it necessary to oppose a bill that would reauthorize 702 and instill confidence in the American people that their privacy and civil liberties are respected by a government whose duty it is to protect them. The Department of Justice must reacquire the trust of the American people. I know there are thousands of Department of Justice employees and line agents in the Department, in the Federal Bureau of Investigation, that are dedicated individuals that are dedicated to upholding the rule of law and protecting the American people. And I hope that we can come to a conclusion about those people who have not met that standard in this hearing today. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Attorney General, for appearing today. I now